Hey guys, welcome to Annalvsmakeup. Today I'm going to be doing a wear test of the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation and Skincare. This is a water light, medium coverage, natural radiant finish foundation. This is brand new to the IT Cosmetics line. I picked this up at Ulta, and because I can't do any swatches, I wasn't sure what shade would look best on me. So I just kind of went with what I thought would look best on my skin tone. So yeah, I picked the shade Tan Neutral. This foundation is said to make your skin look better in 2 weeks. So in order to see the results of a better complexion, you would have to wear this foundation for 2 weeks straight. Now today we're just doing an all-day wear test just to see if this foundation actually holds up on my skin. I'm not sure if it's going to work for my skin, if it's going to break up, or if it's going to be great for my skin and stay on and stay put. So we're going to test that out today. So I went on to the IT Cosmetics website, and I am going to go over just some really key elements to the foundation. It's a buildable medium coverage. It's said to minimize pores and imperfections and give you hydration all day long. It's a natural radiant finish. It's suitable for all skin types. The key ingredients are hyaluronic acid, aloe vera extract, plus vitamins E and B5. It has microfine pearl powder that provides a natural radiant finish. It moisturizes, and then it has 40 true to skin shades. So that's pretty good for a foundation when it comes out with so many shades, so that all people can try it that have different skin tones. So that's a really good thing about the foundation. So let me go ahead and show you the packaging. This is what the foundation looks like. It's pretty nice packaging. It is a glass bottle. It has a silver top, and when you take off the top, it has a pump to it. So I think it's pretty nice packaging. Kind of reminds me of something that would be from L'Oreal as far as the packaging is concerned. That's kind of what it looks like to me. But yeah, it is pretty nice packaging. The fact that it comes with a pump is great. And then the price of it is $39.50. That's what I paid for it at Ulta. So this is not a real affordable foundation, but it's not a real expensive foundation. It's kind of like in between. I think this is the only foundation that IT Cosmetics has come out with besides their CC creams. So I'm for sure that this is really, really new to the IT Cosmetics line. If it's not, I will list it in the description box if I heard otherwise or if I saw otherwise. But from my understanding, this is their first full foundation. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and apply this today. It is now, let me pull up my camera. It is now 11:33 in the afternoon. I kind of got off to a late start because I was being a bit lazy this morning. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on. So they recommend applying this with an IT Cosmetics brush. Now I do have an IT Cosmetics brush, but I don't have the one that they mention here, which is the Heavenly Skin Smoothing Complexion Brush, number 704. I don't have that brush. So I'm just gonna use an IT Cosmetics brush that I already have in my collection, one that I've been loving for a long time, so I'm gonna use that one. I am gonna go in with a sponge as well because I'm not sure how this is going to work on my skin. So for the brush today, I am using the IT Cosmetics Airbrush. This is one of my favorite brushes from IT Cosmetics. This is actually a new one. I've been using one for a long time, but I went ahead and pulled this one out from my collection because I had a backup. But I really do love this brush. If you guys haven't tried this brush, you guys gotta try it. It makes your foundation go on so smooth and leaves like an airbrush finish. So yeah, I'm gonna use this today. And then I'm going to shake up the bottle because it does recommend shaking up the product. All right, let's go ahead and start putting this on. I'm gonna pump one pump on the back of my hand. That wasn't quite a pump, so there we go. Now by looking at it, it's not a super runny product, but it is running down my hand just a bit. So it has more of like a medium consistency. It doesn't have a very thin consistency or like a thick consistency. It's kind of like in between. So what I'm gonna do today is go in with the brush on the right side, and on the left side, I'm gonna use the sponge. So we're just gonna take that one pump. The shade is not bad at all. It's going on very thin-like on the skin. It has a very thin-like consistency, which I thought it was going to be more of like a medium consistency by looking at it on the back of my hand. But when I put it on, it seems very lightweight. And that is like one pump, guys, and it's more of a light to medium coverage with the one pump because I can still see like my imperfections. So I'm definitely gonna go in with a little bit more because it did say that it was buildable. So I'm going in with another pump. Just gonna dot it on my face this time instead of going in with the brush. And then I'm just gonna kind of stipple it on my face because I feel like when I do this, it kind of gives me a little bit more coverage than when I kind of just blend it all in. It just seems like it gives a little bit more coverage with that technique. So I'm bringing it down my neck just to kind of blend everything together. But I think this shade is really nice. I really like it. Going over my ears so it won't be two different shades. Now with the second layer, it does look like it has more of a medium coverage, which is really, really pretty. And it looks very smooth on the skin with this brush. I mean, it looks super, super smooth. And it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin at all. Now, I did not use the entire pump. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this pump because I love full coverage. I'm gonna put it in those areas where I think I need a little bit more coverage and just focus on those areas. Now for primers today, I did use the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer all over the perimeter of my face. And then I went in with the Waso Poreless Matte Primer for my T-zone. Okay, so that built it up pretty well. I mean, really well. I can see a little bit of hyperpigmentation, but not too much. I mean, it looks really smooth. It's covered up most of my imperfections. My pore area looks really nice. So I'm not gonna go in with any more. I finished 2 pumps on this side and I really like the finished look of it. I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape, just a tiny bit. I'm not even gonna need a lot because literally it covered up that melasma so well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go on this side with a sponge. So I'm gonna go ahead and place the foundation on my skin on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Sonia Kashuk sponge. And I'm just gonna press that into the skin. I'm just gonna finish off this one pump on my skin just to make it even like what I did with the brush. Now with the sponge, I only got like a light medium application with one pump, but it did go on very smoothly with the sponge so far. It looks really nice and seamless, just really pretty. So I'm gonna go in with the second pump. I'm gonna try a little bit of that second pump with the sponge and I'm gonna see how it turns out. If I don't like it, then I'm gonna finish off with the rest of the product and the brush. Okay, by looking at it with just that second layer right here that I have imperfections, I feel like the brush gives it a little bit more coverage. But I do like the way the sponge looks. The sponge actually gives it a little bit more glow, as you can see. This doesn't really look as radiant as this side, so it just depends on what you're looking for. It is supposed to be a radiant foundation, but I feel with the brush, it doesn't give a lot of radiance, and with the sponge, it does. So just depending on how you want your foundation to look that day, I would go in with the tool that you need for that certain look. So yeah, sponge gives it a radiant look and the brush just gives it a really nice satin look. So today what I want is more of a satin look than a radiant look. So I'm gonna finish off with the brush on this side. That was literally 2 pumps on each side. The pores look really good. The skin looks really nice and refreshed. It feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy. I love the color of it. I think the color is perfect for me. So I'm really pleased so far. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my makeup. I'm doing a really light makeup day today because I'm really not going anywhere. I'm gonna kind of just be doing things around the house. So I'm just gonna do a light makeup look today, but I am gonna come on here later, check in with you guys and let you know how this foundation is working for me. Hopefully it will be a good one for me. I have tried the CC creams in the past, and I do have one that I use at work because it's the SPF 50 CC cream. So I do like those, I'm just not in love with them. So I'm hoping that this foundation will be a little bit different for my skin than the other ones. The other products that come in the tube, the CC creams, they feel like, to me, they feel more moussey and a little bit heavier. They crease a little bit more on my skin, but they still look good on the skin. It's just that to me, they're a little bit heavier than what this is, or what other foundations and other CC creams feel like on my skin. So to me, they're a little bit heavier. So yeah, I hope this product works out better for me than that one did. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and just put the rest of my makeup on, and then I'll come back and let you guys know how everything applied and what the finished look looks like before I get on with my day. So see you in a bit. All right guys, I put the rest of my makeup on. I went in with the translucent powder by Laura Mercier all over my face. I also went in with my Undone Light powder just right here on the tops of my cheeks. I didn't use this to set my eyes, but I just put it like right here just to kind of highlight those areas. And then for concealer, I used my Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer. And then to set the concealer, I used the Pretty Vulgar powder. And what else did I use? I also used my Ilia bronzer on top. And then I went in with my Patrick Ta She's So LA blush. I used both of those, the powder and the cream. Then I finished off with the Sephora Micro Smooth powder. So I put all of that all over my skin. I think everything went on beautifully over the foundation. Everything looks really seamless and very, very smooth. I'm super impressed on the way it looks right now. I think everything looks just really soft, but I feel like it looks super healthy, super fresh. I mean, I just really like the way it looks right now. So let me look at the time. The time is 12:18. So I put this foundation on at 11:33. I'm gonna go ahead and go on with my day, and then I'm gonna check in with you guys, and hopefully this foundation will look just as good as it looks right now. So I will see you guys on my first check-in. Hi guys, this is my first check-in. It is 4:33. As you guys can see, I've had this foundation on for 5 hours, and I've been looking at myself in the mirror throughout the 5 hours because I cannot believe how good this foundation looks on my skin. It looks like my skin, but better. It doesn't look like I have a lot of foundation on. It is held up super well. I've been doing stuff around the house. I haven't really sweated or anything like that, but I've been doing stuff around the house and it is held up. It hasn't creased. It hasn't gotten oily. It just looks super, super good. So far I'm super impressed with this foundation. Now I will say that I had to put on a mask for a quick minute because I had someone come over and look at our air conditioning unit. If you guys heard a noise, it was my daughter blow drying her hair. But anyway, so yeah, somebody came over, I put on a mask, and the area where my nose is and where my mouth is transferred onto the mask because I had lip gloss on. And the foundation from my nose transferred onto the mask. Now this doesn't claim to be like transfer proof or transfer resistant, so I can't knock it for that because it doesn't claim to have those key elements, you know, to where it's not transfer proof or resistant. So it did transfer over. Another thing is that it doesn't claim to be like long wearing. So it doesn't say like how many hours it's gonna last or whether it's gonna last all day. So there again, I can't knock it for that. But so far for 5 hours, if you guys are looking at my skin like I'm looking at my skin, I just can't believe how good my skin looks. So I did want to mention that about this foundation. The foundation's claims are really that it will make your skin look better, and it'll make your skin look exceptionally better over the 2-week period. So those are the real claims of it, you know, that it's hydrating, that it's pore minimizing, that it blurs imperfections, and honestly guys, it's done all that since 11:33 today. So I really do like the way it looks. Like I said, I haven't gotten oily. There's no breaking up of the foundation on my skin. I said it earlier in the video when I was applying it, that it's very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy. and it still does it. It literally feels like I have nothing on right now, and it just looks like skin to me. It's just super beautiful. So we're gonna see if this will hold up for another few hours, and then I'm gonna come back on here and you guys will hear my final thoughts about this foundation. Well, this is my last check-in for the day. It is now 8:33 p.m. and I've had this foundation on for 9 hours, and I have to say, guys, that this has been like a great foundation day for me. It looks so good on my skin. I even worked out and it didn't budge, it didn't move. I did sweat when I worked out, but not like profusely or anything like that. But even though I did work out, I did not have any breakup of this foundation. I'm really impressed with this foundation, guys. It looks so good. I was looking at my face right now while I came on camera, and I will say that I have a little bit of oil like seeping through on the sides of my nose, but it's not super bad. I think the only reason that I did get oily, or that I did have like some oiliness here on my chin, is because I worked out. I don't think it's a foundation for someone who wears foundation all day, where their day includes a workout or includes being out in the heat. I don't think that this foundation is gonna stand up in the heat. I think it's gonna make you a little bit oily, and I think it's gonna make you a little bit shiny. One of the claims of the foundation says that it's going to keep your skin hydrated all day long, which I truly believe. I don't feel like my skin is drying at all. It feels really good. It doesn't feel like cakey or dry. I didn't have like any buildup of the foundation where it just kind of builds up in one area. And like I said, I didn't have any breakup of the foundation. So I think this foundation is gonna be really good like for the winter months. I don't know that this is really a foundation for summer. That's probably why they launched it right now, because we're going into fall pretty soon in September. And here in Texas, it stays pretty hot, but anywhere else where there's a really good like fall season, this would be a good foundation for you, because it's gonna get a little cooler and it's not gonna be as hot. So I am gonna try and wear this like when I go to work, when I'm out in the elements, and see how it works out. But I have a feeling that it's not a very good summer foundation. So I will try it then. Having said all that, I think it looks great on the skin. I think it lasted pretty well throughout the day. So yeah, I hope you guys like this review. I enjoyed doing this review for you guys. If you want to see more foundations reviewed, just let me know in the comments below. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Take care, and we will talk to you on the next one. Bye.